Hey, internet friends, cousins, and scoundrels. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Pull up a chair, honey, and let's have a chat. And since the algorithm really likes it when you interact with the content, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe since you're here. Now I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get right into this.
Okay, serious question. Do Destiny and Martell know that we can see them? Like, for real. Like, for real. Do they not understand they've been on TV for a minute now? That means there's a whole archive of information about them, not just from the show, but from everything they've said while being on it. And since these two love running to court so much, let's not forget that case filings are public records. People have access to that too. But by the way, they will seriously look straight into the camera and bold-faced lie. I'm starting to think these bitches are certifiable. For real. Like, are y'all okay? Y'all, I'm still on this episode. Listen, you have to take this bullshit in bite sizes. So let's start with Destiny, okay? Now, remember on the previous episode, she said she had signed a lease on her production warehouse, for her Baba candles and her 1701 miracle spray. Remember that? They were sitting on the park bench. Well, first of all, I was confused, right? Because homegirl, you're not selling enough of either item to even leave the confines of your apartment living room, if we're going to be honest about everything, right? Those are white label products, allegedly, and in my opinion, and that only requires you to pack and ship. Shit, at the most, you just need your kitchen table, for real. Girl, a warehouse for what? It's not like you've got 10,000 orders coming in, okay? No shade, all right? It's a new small business, and hell, your customer base is, let's just say it's not established yet, right? I think you have what, Peggy? Shit. Hell, look, even Stormy or the Scotts, they haven't bought anything from you. They're not supporting your business. I would take that shit up with them. They should be pubbing your shit, right? You have to give it to them for them to have it. Hell. So why would you take on rent for another facility when you're already spending more than you're making? That's not boss moves. That's hustling backwards. And again, it's no shade. It's just facts. So now we get to this so-called production warehouse Destiny was bragging about, and it turns out to be a storage unit. A fucking storage unit. Like, what the fuck is really going on here? Why in the hell are you lying? Why are you trying to dress it up like it's more than what it is, especially if you're going to film in it? The fuck? It's a glorified closet. Is she serious? And let's talk about logistics, right? How in the hell is this supposed to work, huh? It's literally a room with no water supply. I mean, I guess she could just, hike down the hall to wash her hands or her tools if she really needed to, but this is just fucking stupid. It's dumb. Listen, she'd been better off staying at home where there's at least some running water and her dignity. The hell? But here comes Dusty trying to convince us and Martell of all people that this isn't a storage unit, even though there's a sign that says storage. Y'all, the gaslighting gymnastics is like hellified in this fucking episode, for real. What level of delusion does it take for you to ignore the sign on the door and what your own eyes are telling you? Listen, I don't want to know what kind of fantasy land that is. I don't. This shit is a mess. Now, you can see that Martell is just as confused as the rest of us, okay? When Dusty says, I know it looks like a storage unit, but it's not, he replies with a sarcastic, it's not? I mean, hell, even the Baron of Bullshit can see that this is clearly a storage unit. But he decides to play along because I guess lying is going to be the theme of the day, okay? And since they're already lying and spinning, webs of nonsense, Martell doesn't miss his chance to join in, okay? When Destiny asks him about his recent conviction, he calmly claims, I wasn't convicted of the DV harassing communication charge. The audacity. It's like he thinks that if he says it confidently enough, it'll erase the court records. Child. Now, that answer surprisingly confuses Dusty, okay? The shit is a comedy at this point, okay? Because she knows damn well she heard the reading of the court documents just like everyone else. Okay, we're not going to pretend that these folks aren't lurking on these YouTube streets because they most certainly are. Hell, she knows the truth, right? But instead of owning up to it, she decides to roll with his lie. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Listen, there are only two options here, okay? Either they're both living in their own little land of make-believe, or they are both trying to gaslight the shit out of the entire audience, right? You got a bitch standing in a storage unit telling us it's a production warehouse. And you've got this fucker saying he wasn't convicted of DV when he had to appeal the fucking... Listen, which one is it? Y'all hop down in the comments and let me know about that, okay? These two feed off of each other's delusions, okay? They do. It's gross. They validate each other's emotionally dysregulated behavior and straitjacket stunts. And I'm not just talking about what we see on camera. I'm talking about real life, where they're probably out here encouraging each other's chaos in the worst possible ways. Listen, the truth about the relationship is actually starting to seep out though, right? Martell has been dropping like these little hints here and there, and honestly, I can't tell if it's pure sloppiness or if it's by design. Because let's be real, both Dusty and Martell are irrelevant as fuck, and nobody really gives a fuck about what they're doing when they're not fucking with Mel or her kids or her mama. Shit. When I tell you these people can get off of TV tomorrow and step into a normal everyday life with ease, child, nobody is looking for them at all. I mean, hell, maybe the police, but shit, nobody wants to see these fuckers on TV. They don't give a shit, really. And when it comes to them possibly sleeping together, it's something that we all suspect anyway. So who would be surprised, really, you know? And Dusty, let me tell you something. By playing like this, it just makes you look like the funky backstabbing hoe we all figured you to be. I mean, if it's true, at this point, you fully positioned yourself as the Madison County merry-go-round anyway. And it's not the look you think it is. I'm just saying. All right. Let's say for a second, you've never been intimate with Martell, right? No kissing, no hand play, none of that shit, right? Then why the fuck are you even hinting at it? Ugh. Why would you play these childish ass games? What kind of grown person does that? Why would you pretend to have slept with this woman's ex-husband? Why? What's the point in it? You're out here acting like you want Mel to be your friend, but then you turn around, pretend like you slept with her husband, her ex-husband rather, and then you talk shit about her. Bitch, get real. You want to put all the blame of the demise of the friendship on her. But let's be honest here, okay? You're the problem. You've always been the problem. And it's clear you have decided to stay in this lane of dysfunction with your ridiculous antics. Ho, take a seat. You ain't embarrassed? Because this shit is embarrassing. Now, I almost don't even want to waste my time addressing Martell's blatant lie about not being convicted of DV harassing communications, because honestly, that's just fucking gaslighting at its finest. Like, we all know he was convicted. Shit, he knows he was convicted. And that's why he appealed it. So you know what? I'm not finna entertain this mess. No. His dumb ass is about to get convicted again by the higher court in like T-minus 10 seconds. So we just gonna let that be the reason. Okay? I'm sick of his shit. So we moving on. But if you want my opinion on these two, Dusty and Hotel, yeah, well, they actually make sense as a couple when you think about it, right? Both of them are liars. Both of them wreck their marriages over cheating or suspected cheating. Both are just out here scratching and surviving. Both can't stand to see Mel win, so there's a bond right there. And at the end of the day, these two are disgusting, trifling individuals who deserve each other. It's a real match made in hell. Shit, good on them. Anyway, I don't have nothing else on this, y'all. These assholes get on my nerves. The truth is clear, and the gaslighting from these two is just getting old as shit, okay? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bet you know now.